Hey everyone, I want to do a quick little video on the phone that I've been carrying around for me for a few months now. My daily driver has been the Palm phone PVG100. Tiny little phone, awesome little phone. Gonna go over a few pros and cons that I've experienced during my few months of using it. Mainly making a video now because somebody brought it to my attention that it's $80 shipped on eBay, which is insanely cheap compared to what I paid for it. And I would definitely pick one up for 80 bucks if I didn't already have one. So, main pro, the size. This thing fits in any pocket basically. If you got pocket t-shirts like I wear normally, fits right in the shirt pocket, no problem. If you wear jeans, got that little tiny pocket, don't know what to do with, fits in there fine. Love the size. Goes with basically any outfit. Take it with you wherever you go. Another thing I like about it, the IP68 rating. Small phone, but definitely durable. I've had a few drops, mostly in water, where it has no impact on it at all. Very awesome. Definitely doesn't feel like a fragile phone for the size. Another key benefit, face unlock. With the size of the screen, no fingerprint reader, face unlock is really awesome. A little slower than other phones. My previous phone was the Pocophone F1, which face unlock was near instantaneous. This one might take a few seconds, and sometimes you gotta do it twice, but eventually it gets unlocked, and it's a nice feature to have, definitely. The fact that it has the infrared sensor, you can unlock it at night too. You don't have to have like really perfect lighting or anything like that. Very awesome. The other thing I like about it, the earpiece, is a front-facing speaker. This is actually the first one I've ever had that had a front-facing speaker, so you don't have to do the whole cup thing to get your audio facing towards you. And it's extremely loud. I love that. I love how loud it is. Compared to my old Pocophone, this is definitely louder than that, which I thought that one was pretty good to begin with, but it sounds really good. Don't know when you would use it, but it's there if you need it. The next thing I like about it, it's surprisingly easy to type on this, especially one-handed. I have significantly less typos and mistakes than I do on a bigger phone, a 6-inch screen. Definitely love that. The next thing I like about it, the performance is actually pretty impressive for this small little phone. I don't remember exactly what processor it has, but I know it's an older generation one. But I've actually been playing games on here. I've been playing Black Desert Mobile quite a bit on here. I was doing Call of Duty Mobile for a while, which I was originally doing it as a meme, but it actually worked really good, and I was having a lot of fun getting knife kills with it, so I was playing that for a little bit. All in all, it's never felt sluggish when I use it. What more can you ask in a phone? Another thing I like about it is the call quality is actually pretty good. I wasn't expecting much from any smartphone ever because call quality is usually pretty garbage, but the first time I made a call on this, I was like, wait a minute, this is how cell phones used to sound before smartphones. And I had asked the person, I was like, do I sound okay to you? And they're like, yeah, why? I was expecting it to be a trade-off. If it sounded good, then I would sound bad, but no, it actually sounded good. Not a big fan of the Wi-Fi calling, but it works. No complaints there. So now on to the cons, the things that I don't like about it. As most people are aware, battery life is not the greatest on here. I can't remember the size of the battery, but it's the size of the phone. You're not getting a huge battery in there. I actually did some performance tests with it to get actual run times and stuff, and I don't remember the exact numbers, but basically with the screen off, you get about 12 hours of standby time, which not going to last you a whole day if you're, waking up at 8 o'clock and then getting home, 9, 10 o'clock at night, depending on what you're doing throughout the day, of course. But definitely keep a charger nearby or grab a Mophie case. These things are amazing. I'm going to talk a little bit about this after I'm done with all the cons list. The other thing I don't like about it is how warm this phone gets. It stinks, but I'm sure there's the laws of physics state that something this size with this much power, definitely going to get warm. But doesn't mean I have to like it. Next thing I don't like is it cannot stay connected to my Fitbit. They advertise this phone as a on-the-go phone. If you go onto Palm's website, it says, you know, take it with you when you go jogging or running or do your workouts or something like that. Perfect phone for that, except for it doesn't stay connected to most Bluetooth devices that I've tried. I'm pretty sure it has to do with all the battery saving options they have in this. Cannot stay connected to the Fitbit. Got to manually sync it up when you want to update all your Fitbit data. Not a huge issue, but just an annoyance that I didn't have in any of my other phones. Next major issue I have with it is there's no audible or visual notification if you get to a certain battery level. If you have the screen on, it'll notify you that you're 20% or lower battery life. That's good if you have the screen on, but a lot of times I don't notice that the battery's dead until I go to turn on the phone and I get that little message saying 0% battery life, plug it in. So definitely annoying. Wish there was some sort of LED notification or an audible notification, some sort of notification, anything, just saying, hey, plug it in. One of the downsides to having a low battery, but if you keep an eye on it, then hopefully it won't be an issue for you. Thankfully, from going to 0 to 100% battery life, pretty good. I have a benchmark for that too, but I don't remember the number offhand, so I'll hopefully be including it while I'm talking right now. If not, I'll look it up and put it in the description later. And final thing that I dislike about this is there's basically no notifications when the screen is off. When the screen is off, it is in standby mode, basically. If you get a call or a text message, I think it alerts you, but if you get any emails or if an app is trying to notify you for whatever reason, specifically like if you have YouTube set up to or send notifications to your phone, not going to get those. You unlock the screen and then you get hit with all the notifications at once. All my emails will come in all at once. Really sucks, especially since it doesn't connect to my Fitbit. So my Fitbit was notifying me of alerts and whatnot. I believe the calendar still will notify you, but I can't recall offhand. If you have alarms set, the alarms will go off if it's still in standby mode, but even if you go into the settings and give apps priority or whatever it's called, where they're able to wake the phone, most of them don't. Very annoying, but for what it is and for the minimal battery life, I can understand why they made that sacrifice. So now that I've went over the pros and the cons, I've brought up this Mophie case. Downsides of this case, the price of the case is almost as much as the phone. I think I picked it up for $50 on Amazon. Might be a little more, a little less now. It charges from, if I let the battery die on the phone, it'll go from 0 to 84%, which is the max that it'll charge to is 84%, and about 44 minutes while powered off. Another cool thing is this case adds wireless charging to the phone. The phone doesn't typically have it. This case adds it. I actually have a external battery that does wireless charging, and I put it down on there and started charging no problem. I was very impressed with that. It doesn't do it automatically, but as you can see, there's a little button on the back, and then you press it and the lights show up to show you how full the battery is on the case. And if you hold it for a few seconds, it starts charging. So what's cool is you can charge the case and the phone at the same time when you have it plugged into the when you have a power cable plugged into the USB Type-C. So that is super cool. Don't have to take the phone out of the case to charge them separately. For the most part, I take this when I know that I'm not going to be near a charger, if I'm going to be out to dinner or something like that for a while, or if I'm going to some sort of family event where I don't want to lug around an external battery pack. Definitely recommend this. It does take away the IP68 rating when this is plugged into it, so that definitely sucks. The phone itself is IP68 rated, the case is not. Overall, this case is basically a requirement if you're going to be using this phone. So yeah, this is my quick little video. Not so quick actually. This is my my video of the Palm Phone PVG100. If you're looking for a small phone and don't utilize your phone that much, you just need something in your pocket that has the performance to do what you need it to do, but not carry all the bulk, definitely recommend it. So yeah, definitely love this phone. If you're curious about it, then hopefully this answers some of your questions. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll try and answer them. So hoping to see more videos on this phone than the initial release of it, but it is what it is. Thanks for watching. Peace out.